must be wondering that in last example we talked about the scope of methods. So what about scope of variables? So here we'll discuss that, and within that discussion we'll also understand those variables from classes. So let there be a class X, and within this let there be some public things, and we'll write int count here, and there is a function I am actually writing to increase this count by 1. So to increase this by 1, I'm using pre-increment operator plus plus count, right? And this variable I want to change value outside. But remember that this variable is a class variable, so it cannot be set so simply. This will not work. What we'll have to do, that we can define a variable as static. Static means only one copy of this variable is available for all the objects. That means whatever number of instances are there, this variable copy is only one. That is the only case when it can be initialized. So this is to be static variable to initialize, right? Now what we'll do, that inside my, just to understand the scope, I am defining this as 30 inside a local variable, and I am printing, and even this is count, but this count will be hidden by this count because this is local, right? And I will do one more thing. I will have a global variable as well. Global means outside class and main and other functions. Int count is equal to 10, right? So we'll understand the difference between this class variable, global variable, and a local variable. So a global variable means there is nothing here because there is no class name, and I will print it like this. If I don't give this, it will actually print a local variable, right? And then I will also print this class variable. So I would have to declare an object here. Maybe that object is X itself. So I can use that as variable of X. And I can now print X count. That means whatever is a static variable, so it can be printed directly. Just see it here. And L. Here I did not made an object because I am printing a static variable, which will remain it constant for all the instances. And this count will be for this particular local variable. So just count. Interesting. This will actually be different than this because this is a global variable and this is a class static variable, right? That's why here class name is there. And now what I will do, that I will also declare two instances, and to understand that whether instant variables are same or not, I will do this increase by 1 function, and this function I would use from C instance. I have created two instances of a class, C and D. Now if I have increased this variable by 1, I can then print the count handle, and I'll also print the count. This is a static variable of D instance, and according to my understanding, and I'll explain to you that this will be same because it is a static variable, so for every instance it has to be same. And now I will change that for C instance. I am changing it for one instance, and believe me, it will change for other instance also. So I'll print the D count again. So many things I have done. I'll explain it to you one by one. Let us see the program first. There is a global variable count. There is a class where static count has been defined. There is a public function increased by 1 which returns an increased value of whatever the class static variable is there. This static variable has been initialized by using the resolution operator. So this on a class, the variables can also be externally initialized, the way we did it for external functions. Right? This function can also be externally written as a function definition and as a function prototype inside the class. So this is okay now. Let us try to run this. Save it first and then run it. Let us see what happens. Yeah, very good. 10, 20, 30. Global count is 10. So the first printing we have done is, let us come to this place and then see the result. So first is this global, so 10 has come. Then is 20 which we initialized, a static variable. Then it is 30 because it's a local variable. Then we are calling the function increase by 1. The class variable value is 20, so increase by 1 will be 21. And since it is now increased, so in both the instances C and D, it is a static variable, it will remain the same 21, 21. And this static variable was for C instance, it was modified for 40, but it has been modified for D instance as well because it is a static variable. Okay, so the concept of global variables, concept of class variable initialization and static variables and local variables has been explained to you. And I also explained that a static variable in all the instances is same, and even if it is modified in other instances of the class also, that will get modified because basically it is the same copy. That's why we call it static, because it is the same copy. Okay?
Please like, share and subscribe.